Yo, what is up, everybody? This is your boy E-Man coming at ya from Average Joe Sports Talk, bringing you another Midtown Brigade Fantasy League recap. All right, we're just heading right in. We're going to dive right into Week 10, fast recap and rapid reactions from this past week for the Midtown Brigade Fantasy Football League. And of course, we're going to start with your boys because for whatever reason, because I'm logged in my account, like I said last week, it's going to start with my game. Win or lose, we're going to start with me pretty much every week. It is what it is, right? And we had a lot of games this week. Some good storylines, man, that I'm going to unpack for everybody today. We got some really good positive storylines and some really, really atrocious ones. But without further ado, my team, Garbage Men, and this week I changed my name to, Shit Ain't Gears, facing Rico, New York City Rico, baby. And look, if you told me at the beginning of the week, right, let me just go down to my bench, that I was going to have the bye week affecting me in the matter of Mixon, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrows, which is my big stack, not playing, and of course then Nick Chubb getting COVID and being and not playing that week also. So that's two already. So then I picked up Ben Ben, Big Ben, man. Now I'm tongue twisted with his last name. But then last minute on Saturday, he goes out on COVID as well. So I had to pick a third quarterback, all right, a second quarterback, a backup to the backup. And here comes in Taylor, mother effing Heineke. But if you told me that with Taylor Heineke, last minute game time decision, James Robinson, who was playing banged up against the Indiana defense, Nakeem Hines, my running back, and then of course Emmanuel Sanders popped in there, and then I had the rest of my starters. But a lot of my firepower was on the bench. And look, New York Rico had Austin Eckler and Keenan Allen come to some great performances. All right, back-to-back weeks. So and Marquise Brown, who was playing the Dolphins, was a really, really bad defense. I said to myself, I don't think I'm going to, number one, win by 40 points, 40-plus point, or drop 140-plus point. I knew I was going to win. I think I was going to win, but it was going to be a close game. Not in my wildest dream. If you told me I was going to score 143 points and win by 41 points, I would say pass over that crack you're smoking because I want to have the same high you have. But anyway, look, Taylor Heineke dropped 20 points. What more can you ask for a third-string quarterback, basically? James Robinson scored a garbage touchdown there at the end, but I'll score his projection because he's playing a really good defense and he's playing banged up. But the biggest story here that delivered the win for me was definitely CD. You're not bringing this lamb to the slaughter with a huge 28 points, second best game of the season statistically for CD Lamb, who killed it. It was a complete shellacking from the Dallas Cowboys against Atlanta. And then, of course, Debo, the stud Samuel. All right. Debo dropped 31 points, man. He was doing it all. Rushed for a touchdown, caught a touchdown, was just unstoppable in that Monday night upset against the Rams. And of course, my defense dropping 19 points sealed the deal. So, look, Teddy Bridgewater, he had to pick up a quarterback because his quarterback was injured. Did not help Rico at all. Austin Eckler, score below average. Myles Gaskin, way out there. And Marquise Brown, Keenan Allen, and Austin Eckler was the three players I was worried the most. And these guys did not show up. I got lucky here. At the end of the day, I told Rico, hey, man, this shit ain't gears, man. This is fantasy football, and this is your boy's world. Good try by Rico. It was an honest effort, but your boy E-Man pulled it off. It was a shellacking. I never trailed and always kept the lead. All right, bringing it. Bringing the next game up. Team Bring It against New Era. New Era, feeling nice and happy, flexing his muscles. The man had the best record in the league at 7-2. Team Bring It coming down from 3-game winning, having a 3-game losing streak and getting his ass kicked every single week. And I really gave it hard to Team Bring It last week, man. I was using a lot of my puns here, bring this, bring that. But, man, Team Bring It brought it. Not only brought it, but also brought the highest points of the week. Destroyed New Era by 23 points. I mean, he broke his losing streak. And, look, New Era's rise at the top, stay at the top was very short-lived because now there's 3 teams tied for first in the downtown division. But at the end of the day, not only Patrick Mahomes brought it for Team Bring It, 52 freaking points. That was the big difference of the game. Justin Herbert, for the other hand, had a horrible game. And look, Mark Ingram, I know Mark Ingram, that was a great pickup, by the way, by a New Era, had a positive game, and so did Jefferson. Jefferson came back strong, but it wasn't enough. The fact that Patrick Mahomes single-handedly brought this victory for Team Brigade is pretty freaking amazing. All right, I mean, New Era was snapped back to reality. It was like a cold shower was hit his face after being in such a high, losing to Team Bring It 150 to 122. Impressive win by Team Bring It, showing everybody that, hey, put respect on my name. I might be on a losing streak, but I'm coming back because I'm still the defending champ. New Era, hey, dangerous team, and I'll see your ass in the week 14 or 13, all right, buddy? Waiver wire studs, aka waiver wire duds. Poor guy, I feel bad. He lost 118 to 105. Aaron Rodgers comes back. I didn't, it was a complete horrible post-COVID performance. Most people do after they come back from COVID. It wasn't a very entertaining game. Gallimard, to be honest with you, 118. He should be praying to the gods because it was an ugly, ugly win. But hey, it's better be lucky than good and pulling it out. There's really no highlights here to kind of go over in this right here. But at the end of the day, it came down to Monday night. In Monday night, waiver wire had a chance to win. He had three players going against one. And again, it was the effortless game by the Rams, which completely destroyed him. His defense did not show up. Vance Jefferson, who was sought to get some more playing time because Woods was ended his season with an ACL, did not come anywhere, and Brandon Ajuk, I'm sorry, who had a breakout performance of the year. I don't think he played that correctly because he should have not never started Ajuk. I'm sorry, this dude, he hasn't been consistent all year. But there's not a lot to say about this game. 118 to 107. Guess what, man? Uptown Division, Gallimard on Wednesdays is tied for first. All right, moving on to Team Cruz and Team Vicious. I'm sorry, I'm a little silent here. No disrespect here. Nothing against Vic. But he really has to change his name to Team Atrocious. When I look at 61.7 points, I'm a little speechless. I'm kind of a loss of words. I don't think I could find any highlights in his team to display. I mean, damn. This is one of the greatest ass whipping I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Team Vicious got beaten like he stole something. I mean, this should be considered child abuse and illegal. Scoring 61.7 points. It's unexplainable. I mean, I think next year, I'm putting out a bid here. I'm putting out a suggestion to the commissioners and the powers that be that we should have a new category. Just like highest most point, we reward that. Let's reward the lowest most points also, man, because it takes hard work to score this least amount of points. It takes a lot of hard work not to score that many points. That's even harder than scoring a lot of points, in my opinion. All right, I mean, geez. I got to give Team Cruz's props. He went in there and Josh Allen came back for him, 139 points. He would have lost to me if he would have played me, but regardless of the fact, he chose a team that decided to stay home and not perform. But man, it's a really 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 bad performance, and it's fantasy football, man. You has those days, but okay, I'll find a highlight. Look, Tom Brady had 20 points, and his Buccaneers defense had 10 points, so the defense outscored the projection, so that's good. Now right now, Team Cruz is it's 4-6. He's in the mix. He's still alive. Team Vicious, he goes down there with waiver wire studs, and we'll talk about what these teams can do, what these bottom of the barrel teams can do after being eliminated from the playoffs at the end of the show, okay? But Team Atrocious, keep your head up, brother. There's better days out there. You know what I'm saying? Just like, like Tupac said, keep your head up, brother. Cup my balls against South Florida Spanish Ninjas. Yo, I told you last week, Ninjas has been slapping cats, putting a team together, upsetting people. Here comes another upset, 130 to 112. South Florida Spanish Ninjas never trailed. Cup was trailing the whole game. A convincing performance over Cup my balls. I mean, Ninjas with the early low blow on Cup my balls from the get-go and never looked back. Cup my balls was not able to recover and was behind the entire game. I mean, back-to-back disappointing performance for his big three. Right now, Stafford, Henderson, and Cup. I mean, Cup's still a solid, but Henderson and Stafford, man, they've had a couple of disappointing weeks, and it's right now he has all his eggs in that basket, and some of those eggs are like they're breaking. They're not flourishing. Nothing is being born out of that. Honestly, Ninjas is putting the league on notice. All right, has gone from zero to hero really freaking quick here, and he's a pesky matchup moving forward. He's a difficult out. Right now, he's one of those teams that you don't want to face because even though you might have a better staff, there's that week that your big three may not come up, just like cut my balls, and he just comes and takes your soul with a victory. I mean, highlights for him: Rashandre Stevenson, best game of the year. Dak had that amazing performance. That was pretty much the story of the game. And Zeke, his Dallas pair there is coming through so far this year. But he's definitely putting the league on notice. Right now, Cubs needs to apply some ice on his balls to stop the swelling. These two losses in a row has delivered the man. So look, it is what it is, man. Sometimes the balls are not as big as you thought they were, and they get kicked down. All right, finishing up right now with Team Broadway against Maximus. Maximus had a convincing win, 124-25. But here's what's interesting. You know it's going to be a rough week when your team, and I'm talking about Team Broadway, loses to a team that has a quarterback that scores 1.25 points. But in addition, has a player, doesn't matter what position, let's say his tight end right now, scored 0 points. When you lose by 38 points to a team that had those two numbers, you really got to say, what did I do wrong in this life to get punished like this? Because that is really, really awful luck. It's really bad luck, pretty much what it is. I mean, look, he put up 124 points. I know it's a bad week of buys, but come on, man. His quarterback, Maximus quarterback scored 1.25 points, man. This is not even I don't ever seen a 1.25 points from a quarterback before. It was almost negative. And by the way, I don't know, Maximus, what were you thinking about picking Colt McCoy? I know he had a good game the previous night, but you didn't think he was going to do the back-to-back, right? Against especially Carolina, it was a good defense. But power to you, brother. You took the risk, and the risk paid off. And it wasn't the quarterback that got you the victory. That's the crazy part. The risk almost lost you the game. Well, not almost, because you won by 38 points. This is just one of those anomalies, people. That this should be like unsolved mysteries kind of episode, right? It's an unsolved mystery how Maximus was able to win by 38 points with a quarterback that scored 1 point, just a little over 1 point, and a player with 0 points. That is insane. Man, in regards to Broadway, Russell came back from his injury, and I wasn't expecting to score 24 points, to be honest with you. Najee Harris not having this typical Najee Harris game. Everybody pretty much scored under the projected points. That's the reason why he lost so bad. Had some positive points, man, on the bench. Devontae Smith, who is coming up strong the last couple weeks, and Kirk Cousin had 2 positive points. I know, Russell Wilson had to be started because he's a stud, but again, 1.25 points for the quarterback and 0 points, and you still lose by 38. Sorry, bud. It's just, it is what it is. Welcome to fantasy football. That's just the way fantasy football works. Here we go. Let's go to the standings here, boys and girls. And right now, look, real quickly, Galamont on Wednesdays and Maximus are tied for first place. And there's still a lot of game left for South Florida Spanish Ninjas and Cup to make a ride, and also Team Broadway. In the matter of the downtown division, this is going to be a dogfight. Bring it, Garbage Man, myself, and New Era is going to be a battle to the end. It's going to get nasty, boys and girls. It's going to get really, really freaking nasty. To all these teams right here at the bottom, all right? Vicious and waiver wire studs. I think Rico might still be alive here in order to make the playoffs statistically. Next week, I think if he loses, he might be out. It's an opportunity to become the spoiler. You still got the opportunity to win most points. It could happen. I mean, the sun does shine on some dog's ass every once in a while. So you could win money doing that. And also, but most importantly, your role in the bottom of the league is to become spoilers. Spoil assholes like me, who has everything going great for themselves, and then you have that one game with you guys who are not supposed to win, and then you win, and you cost me the playoffs, or Maximus the playoffs, or New Era's the playoffs, or Team Brigade the playoffs. That's your whole point, man. That's your whole job right now, is to become spoilers and try to upset the apple cart and the hierarchy. All right? Is your job to keep pushing and piss other people off before the season's over. There's all I got. I think I went a little over than I usually do, But your boy E-Man bringing you the recap, the Midtown Brigade, signing out. Peace.